It's now time for Crime of the DMV, where we bring you the latest headlines from the week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sierra Fox. No charges for two officers tied to the deadly shooting of a DC violence interrupter. Justin Robinson was shot and killed back in September. Police reportedly found him sleeping in a car sitting in a McDonald's drive-thru. His death sparking protests in the nation's capital and more calls for change. Fox 5's Tisha Lewis is in Southeast with more.
Well, 26-year-old Justin Robinson was reportedly sleeping in his car in this McDonald's drive-thru on September 1st when police apparently approached him and were told that a struggle ensued, and that's when shots were fired by police. Robinson was killed. It was a police-involved shooting that sparked protests across the district. Here's some video of those protests and demonstrations. And now the U.S. Attorney's Office for the district says the two officers involved will not face criminal charges. The polarizing incident garnered national attention and outrage by many across the nation. And here at home, investigators say Robinson did not follow police orders to remove the gun on his lap. When police tried to remove Robinson's gun, he reportedly tried to grab his gun and the officer's gun. The deadly shooting fueled shock for many and now even more disappointment for some who call this community home.
I mean, people are still in an uproar behind it. We're supposed to be able to come to them for help, and I don't think they helped that man.
You know, the officer's jobs is very tough, and we understand that, but the discharge of firearms should be held for a different standard than just an officer committing, you know, some other offenses, you know, because in the end, somebody's life is taken, and you can't get that life back.
The U.S. Attorney's Office for the district cites a lack of evidence as a factor for not moving forward with criminal charges against the officers. 26-year-old Justin Robinson was a violence interrupter here in the district. We're told he was apparently asleep for at least an hour before this deadly police encounter. I did reach out to his family, and we are still awaiting their response.
Now to Virginia. A Manassas pharmacist denied bond after she was indicted for murdering her husband. But the wife argues she acted in self-defense. Fox 5's David Kaplan staying ahead of this story.
We mentioned this shooting was in October, and bond has been denied multiple times for LaToya Crabb as recently as this morning. Last week, a grand jury indicted her on this second-degree murder charge, and we know that a trial date has been set for early March. Crabb's mother, Marilyn Martin, tells Fox 5 that she does not know the exact particulars of what transpired leading up to this shooting, but she is confident that her daughter was acting in self-defense.
For her to do that, her life was on the line.
Marilyn Martin spoke with Fox 5 in the Manassas home where this shooting happened October 21st of last year. Her daughter, LaToya Crabb, and LaToya's husband, Curtis, were raising their three kids, the oldest age 5, in this home, and the couple was living in the basement. Martin says her daughter told Curtis she wanted a divorce. Then came an eviction notice giving him 30 days to leave the home. Shortly after that, Curtis Crabb allegedly sent a text to LaToya saying he will hurt everyone in the house, then set it on fire, adding she would never see their three kids again. After that, while Curtis Crabb was still staying in the home, but in the process of moving out, gunshots in the basement.
Her only intent was to stop the threat. That's her only intent, is to stay alive and stop the threat.
Marilyn Martin says prosecutors have argued LaToya Crabb is a danger to the public, believing there is evidence she reloaded the gun in the process of the shooting. Crabb's attorney says he has not seen any evidence pointing to that. Multiple attempts at bond, though, have been denied, including Tuesday morning. Marilyn Martin believes, given the days and weeks prior to the shooting, and the fact that the couple's kids were upstairs at the time,
she had to keep on until the threat stopped. So I don't understand. So what is she supposed to go, oh, well, I run out of bullets. I didn't stop you. I give up. Just kill me. It makes absolutely no sense.
Police said there was no record of any calls for domestic violence to this home, and they say they conducted a thorough review before bringing such a serious charge. Prince William County Commonwealth's Attorney Amy Ashworth declining to comment on this case while it's pending today, but prosecutors have continued to argue for confinement leading to the trial. Fox 5 reached out to multiple members of Curtis Crabb's family. Through a spokesperson, they declined to comment, but in his obituary, it specifically said that he was a loving, caring father to his children. Again, LaToya Crabb's trial is set for early March.
Back to the district. An attempted carjacking sent 2 people to the hospital. Tonight, we are hearing exclusively from the victim's family. Fox 5's Homa Bash is in Northwest D.C. with those details.
The couple is recovering from serious injuries, shot 5 times, but thankfully they're expected to be okay. Here on Georgia Avenue in Northwest D.C. is where these terrifying moments ended, but they started just up the road when this attempted carjacking turned into a shooting.
Loud. I knew it was, I know what a pistol sounds like and I know what a rifle sounds like. That sounded like a shotgun.
This all happened around 8 Monday night in the Brightwood neighborhood. A neighbor who's lived on the street for more than 50 years saying she's always felt safe until now.
Oh, it's scary. It is really scary.
A couple was sitting and talking in their car on Colorado Avenue Northwest when someone tried to carjack them and then shot them both as they tried to drive away. They took off and drove about a quarter mile down the road on Ingram Street before crashing into a car on Georgia Avenue. A Good Samaritan actually called the victim's mother to tell her what was going on.
At first, I was like, this can't be happening. And I asked her if she could please get close enough to her so I could hear her voice to know that she was okay.
The 21-year-old passenger and her boyfriend are in the hospital recovering. He actually shielded her with his body and bore the brunt of the bullets. Family telling us they were both shot 5 times.
Everyone in the community needs to feel safe when they walk out their door. They shouldn't have to worry about if somebody's going to take their property from them or their life.
We spoke to the victim's mother and stepmother this morning. They say they're devastated by the shooting and disappointed in D.C.'s laws when it comes to gun violence.
They get locked up, they get let back out. They get locked up, they get let back out. D.C. needs to change the laws. They need to stop letting these individuals back out to terrorize our city, our family, our friends.
And that victim had 1 surgery this morning. It's expected that she will likely need more. Her boyfriend suffering a punctured lung from one of those bullets. He'll have a long road to recovery ahead of him. Again, thankfully, they are both expected to survive. D.C. police don't have a suspect description at this point, telling us they want anybody who saw anything, who knows anything, to please give them a call.
Now to a Fox 5 exclusive. New video shows a Montgomery County Elementary School principal's controversial incident with a kindergartner. He was acquitted of assault and assigned to a new school as an assistant principal. But Fox 5 is learning he withdrew from that job. Fox 5's Shamari Stone explains from Rockville.
The mother of the 6-year-old kindergarten student tells me she's upset, especially after seeing the surveillance video. She also shared that her son, she says, has autism. Now, we've learned that MCPS has reassigned former Ritchie Elementary School principal Andrew Winter to Rock Creek Valley Elementary School. He was going to be an interim assistant principal at that school. Well, parents launched a petition to make sure that does not happen. They were very upset, and we have learned from MCPS that Andrew Winter has withdrawn his name from working at that school. MCPS does not have details on his next assignment yet. Now take a look at this exclusive video that sparked the controversy. Former principal Andrew Winter is shown during lunchtime last February. Video appearing to capture him grabbing the 6-year-old student by his clothes, sitting him down at the lunch table, looking around, and then appearing to stomp on the kindergartner's foot, causing the boy to cry immediately. Police arrested Winter, charged him with 1 count of second-degree assault, but he was acquitted. You're now going to hear exclusively from the student's mother. How does it feel knowing that Andrew Winter was acquitted?
Shocking. It's scary to know that there is video evidence of him physically assaulting my son and that he was found acquitted. I'm still trying to understand it.
And in all fairness, he was acquitted for what he allegedly did to your son.
That doesn't mean that he's innocent.
And tonight we also talked to some parents of students at Rock Creek Valley Elementary School, and they tell me that they are relieved that Andrew Winter has withdrawn his name from working at the school. They launched that petition again to try and stop it from happening. Now, as for Andrew Winter, we called, left a message. We are waiting for him to get back to us. In Rockville, I'm Shamari Stone. Back to you.
A shootout at a D.C. apartment complex leaves one man dead and 3 officers hurt. The gunfire erupted in a northeast neighborhood early Monday morning. A large police presence blocking off the area for hours. Fox 5's Lily Zhang has the latest.
We are right off of Florida Avenue here in Northeast D.C. This is right in front of the I-5 apartments. Now, inside of the lobby is where all of this unfolded. And according to an email that was sent by the building management, no one was allowed inside of the lobby for several hours today after the fact.
I'm in shock, honestly, because, like, we hear about it, like, all over D.C., and then when it happens right here, right to you, you're just like, what just happened?
This GW student walks past I-5 every day to get to school. Today, it was taped off for hours. Video from a Fox 5 viewer shows police running into the lobby earlier this morning. It was around 4:30 when they responded to the building for a man with a gun. He reportedly fired shots in the lobby. Once officers got there, police say he suddenly ran into an elevator. When they tried to arrest him, police say he shot at officers. They returned fire, hitting the suspect, who died. The D.C. Police Union confirms that the 3 officers are members of the union. Its chairman says this morning was a reminder of how dangerous the job is, noting that staff levels continue to be concerned. Violent crime is down, but the chairman also offers this perspective.
What we're doing is we're comparing that to 2023, which was 30-year highs in most violent crime categories. And while the numbers have trended down, and that is something we should be thankful for, I think it's premature to be doing victory laps.
Now, at this hour, police have not released the name of the suspect. As for the officers, we are told that they are expected to be okay. This morning, the D.C. police chief said that they appear to be talking. So she says that she was very grateful, again, that their injuries do not appear to be life-threatening.
Well, that does it for this week's Crime in the DMV. Make sure you tune in for next week's episode. You can stay ahead with Fox 5 on Fox Local. Make sure you download the app, and we'll continue to bring you the latest updates.